Right, so remember, you all have 3 votes each. Everyone has 3 votes, but you're presenting today, you're presenting the one organization that you're the most passionate about. But you have more choices, you have more votes, right? So, Ricky, tell us, I know I just said your name, but who are you? Please state for the whole class.
What I wrote about is for the animal shelter. I want to help the animals so they cannot get hurt and they will be certainly safe. I want to help them because people are hurting them, torturing them, and also because they are taking, there are dogs in Haiti. They are also dying without food and without family. And all other animals are dying because they're on the streets. They get hurt.
So can you give me an example as to why it's important for us to save animals? If I don't necessarily like dogs or cats, how can you convince me that it should be important to me to care about dogs or cats? Remember what we talked about? Tennessee and Michael and I were talking about this along with you.
You should vote for the shelter because they need families, they have no food, no dinner, and when they're in the streets they can run over and die.
Right. So that's the passion part, and that's the part that we can do to help them. So here, I'm going to give you one example, and I know we went over this last time. Here's an example of how a dog or cat can be important or relevant to me. So for instance, a canine unit for the police department is a dog that actually performs a service for the community in the form of helping keep that community safe. So it keeps me safe, it keeps my family safe. So that shows me how a dog should be important to me if I was a person that would say, well, I don't like dogs. Why would I want to help out dogs? Remember? And you guys went, oh, Sister Jim, you don't like dogs? And I'm like, no, I do like dogs, but I'm playing the opposite side. So you got a persuasive speech is what? Persuasive speech does what? Remember what we said? What was the word?
Convince. Persuade.
Persuade. Well, persuasive is part of, but convince is another really good word that describes what a persuasive speech is all about. So you have to convince me, even though I love dogs and cats, I personally do, but I'm pretending like I don't. So you have to convince me to care about them. And that goes for everything, every organization that you guys are now presenting to the rest of the class. You have to convince us to care about that cause. And by giving us examples of how that cause is important to us, just like I gave you an example of how a dog could be part of a canine unit that helps protect you and keep you safe, that's a way of showing that that's important to me. Because I may not have thought about that. So part of giving this speech is you guys thinking about those things that can make it important or relevant to those in your classroom and beyond. Okay?